Hey everybody, welcome back to the clinicaltrialsguru.com. I'm on vacation in Tucson, Arizona actually. It's where I went to school 10 years ago at the University of Arizona. So I'm just out here, I'm actually out here for a wedding, but your questions keep coming in and I have to answer them, right? So today's question comes from someone who wants to start a research clinic. He has some experience in the EDC world and yeah, mostly in the EDC world, like building EDC systems, things like that. So he knows what research is and what it entails. However, he's obviously never worked in the clinical operations side of things. So his question's cleverly titled "Chicken or the Egg." So what comes first, the PI or the study? Because he has neither right now. Okay, so he's asking me for my advice. So let me just read you his question first. It says, "Hey, I'm planning to start a clinical site, but have some problems. I do not have a PI. I do not have studies. I don't even know which therapeutic area my site will be specializing in. I have to start completely fresh. So, how do I convince a sponsor that my site is a good fit for their study without having a PI? How do I convince a PI to work with my site without having studies on hands? This is the chicken or egg situation because I'm not sure how to overcome this. In my current job, I make more than six figures, and please suggest how many consistent studies, subjects do I need, or subjects enrolled do I need to make at least 75% of this money I make now?" Okay, so what I recommend is it's actually try to find ways, and I tell everyone this, right? Try to find ways to make your problems actually be opportunities. So the fact that you don't have a PI yet is actually an opportunity in the sense that you're not limiting yourself to any therapeutic indication. For example, let's say you had a PI and he or she was a psychiatrist. Well, right now, in September 2015, the psychiatric clinical trial space is really dry. So that'd be a problem. That would put you in the same situation as if you didn't have a PI because there's not studies out there. So the fact that you don't have a PI is actually a good thing. Even though I recommend what you would do, what you should do, is actually start with finding a general practitioner, an internist, a family practice physician, and then get studies for that person because you have a diverse amount of studies you can get at this point, right? So you have the ability to get studies for asthma, for diabetes, for different kind of respiratory disorders, all kinds of things with a general practitioner, family practice internist, right? You can always add sub-Is later, okay? And this is what I recommend. I recommend you go out and find a family practice doctor first, right? So that's what came first in this chicken or the egg scenario, is find you one PI first, make it a family practice physician, all right? So I actually responded to this person with exactly this advice. You will have to understand that studies will take at least 6 months to start. If you can try to be coordinator, you can be more profitable. You only need one study to make 100 grand for yourself if you randomize around 10 patients. So you can easily do this. Then his concern was, if I convince a PI who specializes in oncology to work with my PI, I will have to restrict my study searches for only oncology studies. Won't I be risking my opportunities in other therapeutic areas? In other words, can I search for a study in any therapeutic area and find a relevant PI for that study? Another point is I may start my study in a doctor's office rather than renting a place. How do you handle this situation? So again, this is a okay situation if you find a family practice physician or an internist or a general medicine family practice doctor. Then you can pretty much get any study. And let's say you do get an oncology study, or you get a lead that there's an oncology study available and you only have a general family practice physician, you can work with oncologists as sub-investigators now, and you will still have your PI, the family practice physician, as PI. I've seen it done all the time at all my sites, at other sites. We don't always have the PI as the specialty for that particular study or as a specialist for that particular study. Oftentimes they're not, but we surround them with sub-investigators who are going to serve as referral sources and also specialists that can actually conduct some of the assessments that the PI is not familiar with. Right? So hopefully this answers your question. What should come first? I really think it should be the PI. Make sure it's family practice, and then start getting the studies. And how you convince them? How you convince them is gonna be the actual challenge here. So this is what will make this not easy. And if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. You'd have research clinics everywhere. You'd have a research clinic right here where I'm at. So you'd have to find the physician. You'd have to get some salesmanship here. All right. You have to be really good at convincing people that you're gonna start a clinic and within their own office on top of all that, and it's gonna be profitable for them as well and worth their time. I always tell them on this is as close to passive income for you as you can get, because while you will maintain necessary oversight of the study, you won't actually be doing many of the tasks. Like you won't be doing anything with regulatory, you won't be doing any study coordinating things. You being the PI, this is how you convince them. So passive income, all right? Physicians love to hear that. No matter how successful they are, they can utilize their current office space and generate another stream of income for themselves. Not many people would turn that down. It's just a matter of convincing them that this is possible and that you are the one who's going to make it happen for them, all right? Dan from theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Thanks a lot and take care.